Well, hello everybody. My name is Tom and I help to run Broadcast, and I hope you're having a great summer. I just wanted to make a little video to explain to you a few of the things that we've got in our plans for next term, for September forwards in the future of Broadcast. Up until now, we've had 3 different streams where we've run Google Hangouts, and they've been church planting, world mission, and theology. Well, the world mission stream, Andy Martin's heading that up. Things are going great with it. No changes to that at the moment. Things are running as they are. With the church planting and with the theology, we're going to be making a few little changes to how we do things, and just wanted to explain what they are. So up until now, with the church planting stream, we've really been trying to do 2 different things. The first is to inspire and train people and encourage them to get involved in church planting, so to create some excitement and buzz about it, to raise the bar and create a wave of new church planting in our generation. In addition to this, we've wanted to connect with people who are currently church planting to help them through as they're working out what it means in their own context, how they deal with hurdles that are coming up, and so on. So we've done it really up till now through the same Google Hangouts. Well, as we thought about it, maybe it would be better to try and deal with both of these objectives a little bit separately. So we're still going to have Google Hangouts. We're going to make them bigger than they have been up until now. So if you've been on any of our Hangouts so far, you will realise that we've had these little mini screens along the bottom, so you can see mine or whoever's speaking's face in the centre of your screen, but you can see the other participants. And by doing it that way, there's a limit to how many people can view the Hangout. So you do get like a little personalised little group in there, but it does put a stop. So I think it's 10 people you can get in there, or 10 groups you can get on the call at once. Well, we're going to use a different way of doing it from now that removes the limits. So anyone can join. We can get the message widely spread about church planting and about what we want to do. So you won't be signing into the call. You won't see yourself in there or anything like that. You can watch like you're watching now, except it will be live. Now, it'll still be the same format. You'll get someone coming on teaching about church planting for about half an hour, and then we'll be going into the Q&A. Obviously, the Q&A will have to be a little bit different as we do it, because the way we've done it is we've gone to each little screen and we've had people ask their questions. So what we're going to be using from now forward, we're going to be using a Q&A app that is built into Google Hangouts itself. So if you look near the top right of your screen, and it should work even on this video if you're viewing it in Google Hangouts, okay? If you're watching on YouTube, you won't be able to see this, so maybe just go over to Google Hangouts just to look at it. But up near the top of your screen, there should be a little array of 9 squares. And if you click on that, it'll show you a couple of different apps that you can open. If you choose Q&A, then you can see what questions have been asked so far. And if you're watching live, on each of the questions, it should give you the opportunity to +1, which basically said, that's a great question. I really want to know the answer to that one as well. So we can see what questions are the most popular out of those that are being asked. So at the moment, I'm talking about how will the Q&A work. This is one of the questions that's being asked. If you're watching it later, you can actually click on any of the questions and jump straight to the point where I'm answering that. So I'll select that one. How will the Q&A work? And you'll see that one's now in the blue box at the top, because that's what I'm currently talking about. Okay. So the second thing that I said we wanted to do was really connect with church planters, to provide some coaching to help people who are on the ground. So I've got Tim logged into this video with me, and he's asked, how can I connect with other church planters? As well as the Google Hangouts or webinars that we will be doing, we're also going to start something that we're calling Mastermind coaching groups. So these will be much smaller. There'll be 3 or 4 people together, and we'll still use Google Hangouts for it, but it'll be less kind of booked into the calendar, and also we won't be putting it live to YouTube. It won't be available for anybody else to sign into. It'll be a private video call. So we're helping people connect with others who are in a similar situation, and they do a video call with each other, and we might add Colin or another coach into the mix as well. So we've got one going on right now with people who are planting churches in Germany. Okay, they're all in the same context. They do a session in the German language. And really the way it works is we give each person a chance to share some things that are going well and celebrate each other's victories. Also, we'll allow people to take turns to be in the hot seat and talk about what's going on in their own situation. So any opportunities they've got ahead of them, any challenges, and get the wisdom of the other members of the group, what they would do, what ideas they have, and brainstorm and help come up with ways forward for whoever's in the hot seat on that call. And you can do this as regularly as you want, whether you do weekly, fortnightly, monthly. It'd be entirely down to you guys in the group. And then at the end, just share what one prayer point is. And then you can pray for each other, either on the call, or you can then continue praying outside. You can stay in touch with each other as you go. So it's a way to give really personal support and encouragement to people who are on the ground church planting. So we feel that these two things, the kind of bigger scale webinars and then the small scale mastermind groups, will be a really helpful way forward for people who are church planting. Now, I said we've got the church planting strand with a few changes. Also, we've got the theology stream that I just want to talk about a little bit as well. And that's Tim's next question. What's the plan for the theology stream? Well, we've been doing Google Hangouts up to now, and we're going to move those Hangouts over to that same format that I've just described for the church planting one. So slightly bigger. There won't be the little screens along the bottom. There'll just be the host and the speaker that you can see there. And then ask you questions using the Q&A app. So that will be the same as what we're doing with the church planting side of things. Okay? In terms of the topics that we cover, we're wanting to kind of hone in a little bit. We're going to rename it as Theology on the Front Lines, and we're targeting not particularly to teach everything in theology, but we're looking at a few specific people. We're looking at people like youth leaders, home group leaders, church planters, people who are active in ministry, who are busy, maybe not full-time working for the church, who just need a little bit of kind of theological support and undergirding for your active ministry. So we're going to try and deal with questions that come up a lot, that maybe there's not a lot of other resources out there on. Going to try and deal with some really practical stuff and hone in on what some frontline issues are for you guys. So just slightly repointing where we're aiming the theology stuff. We are still going to do self-study materials to go along with it, but it won't quite be the same as what we've done up till now. So far we've done the handbooks, so quite lengthy handbooks, quite detailed handbooks, and also the cost of them meant we had to charge a little fee for people to get involved. We're now going to do it through some PDFs, some articles, less lengthy than what we've done up till now, hopefully more applied, more specific, and we can do it completely free because it's going to be digital. So that's going to be another little shift we're making in the theology. So final question that Tim's asked is, what do I need to do next? Well, if you're already participating in broadcast, there isn't that much that you need to do at this stage. Have a good summer, and then in September I'll be in touch. I'll give you the dates of the church planting webinars and the theology webinars, and also go into a bit more detail about the mastermind groups and give you the opportunity to get involved in one if you're currently church planting. So just hold fire on that, maybe talk with some guys in your team, see if they want to get involved too. If you're not involved in broadcast yet and you would like to be, then all you need to do is just drop me an email. I'm at tom@ccm.org.uk, and then I can make sure you're on the list and get all the details as well. So I hope you all have a wonderful summer, and I will speak to you again in September. Bye-bye.